I've been trying to get my head around this one all day. $145 million worth of cryptocurrencies may be lost forever, locked away from the people who own it. The only person with the password to access the money is dead. The Canadian digital platform Quadriga has hired a team of hackers to retrieve the crypto cash. Its founder tragically suddenly died in September. Nolan Bauerle is here, the director of research at Coindesk. Explain how this happened.
Well, it looks like they had some pretty obfuscated key management policies. So what we're dealing with here is key management. So, for example, when people are worried about Trump having the button, right? He doesn't really have a button to nuclear bombs. Key management is a major part of how weapons are run. This came from the military. This came from security protocols to manage the security of certain military weapons. So key management is still at the heart of a lot of cryptocurrency businesses. What this one seems to find a bit of a hole in is that there is a demand for institutional quality custodianship and management of these keys. Other people in the industry, so the people that know better and know the important security parameters, always say, don't share your keys, keep your keys. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. That's kind of a big mantra. But within there is an area where people are taking possession of people's keys, and it looks like they didn't have great key management practices.
So this storage facility took possession of other people's keys with their consent.
Sure.
Kept them offline in a box, literally in a box somewhere, and now no one can find them.
Yeah. So within this world of institutional quality, you'll see a company like Zoppo. They've got a hollowed out Swiss mountaintop where they keep a lot of these keys. Another exchange like Kraken, they have incredible policies for this cold storage of keys where they're underground somewhere and we don't know where, and they'll never share where that is. It looks like these guys didn't quite have that kind of grade of security and key management.
But these keys are quite long, aren't they?
They sure
So
are,
it's not as if it's like, you know, the dog ate my homework type of password that you could put in.
Well, and this is where the story starts to get really interesting. So most exchanges know the actual wallets that are used, whether they're cold storage or hot, right? So because we see a lot of balancing of accounts going between exchanges. We know certain wallets that existed with this exchange. We don't know all of them.
Okay.
That will come out.
Is it likely that this money, these whatever cryptocurrencies they represent, is never able to be retrieved? Nobody knows the password. There's no obvious retrieval network.
If the keys were stored in the laptop, I think they'll be able to get to them. We'll know a lot more when the courts order disclosure about these wallets. Because right now they said they have wallets, but a lot of other exchanges don't know where they are. The little bit of forensic investigation that have been going on has not identified these wallets yet.
It's highly likely, is it likely we get to the end position where nobody can retrieve and they just become dormant and they're gone?
If the story is as simple as they had terrible key management, everything was done with this one CEO, they had no policies where they used multi-signature addresses where you would sign and I would sign and another person would sign, another C-level person in their company would sign, most companies would do this. If they had none of that, and he did die.
Oh, he did die?
We'll see. Then we'll find out. Then it would be that.
Right, okay.
People do want...
How damaging is this to the whole cryptocurrency palaver that, you know, something as seemingly as, put it at its crudest.
Sure.
There's a password and no one has access to it.
So I would say that this is a problem that would have smelled and looked a lot more like 2014. We don't expect these kinds of problems to come about at this point in the industry. As I mentioned, the sophisticated users manage their own keys, and there's a lot of businesses and services that help people do that. The institutional quality ones would never practice the kind of thing that Quadriga practiced. So I'd say that this is along the lines of how the industry's been splitting in two anyway.
I realise each time you come here, you're like talking to the complete ingenue, and we're grateful you come in.
Thank you so much.
Explain it to me. Thank you.